We in our state, however, again, there's been a lot of controversy about Arizona. How many of you all in this room think that what Arizona did was inappropriate? Well, about 70% of the people across the country agree with you. What we have to do is
Oklahoma did a lot more.
avoid having other states having to follow in their example by having the appropriate policies at the federal level that are securing our borders and that are taking care of this problem. So that we don't put it on Arizona's back or Arkansas's back or anybody else's. We have to take the initiative and come up with those policies, and we can't wait any longer. And it has national security implications that go far beyond whether we have somebody come in with a dirty bomb and all those issues. It has to do with the costs that you've alluded to. It has to do with drug trafficking, which I know a little bit about the drug problems because I served for a long time, wrote the initial drug czar legislation with some other folks back 20-something years ago. And the problem is as bad today as it was then, and in many cases worse. Some improvement in some areas and then much worse in others. So we have to be aware of all of those implications of the illegal immigration problem, and we have to address it. Yes.
If I understood him correctly, at our last meeting, Jeremy Hutchinson, I think,
yes,
surprised me by mentioning that since 2005 or 6, we've had a law on our books in Arkansas that's identical to the one Arizona passed. He commented that he just didn't have the good PR person, apparently, that Arizona.
It's not exactly identical. It's not. It's not completely identical. It only allows for a program called 287G, which is a bureaucratic thing that they put up in order to force the police to go get this federal training before they can enforce immigration law. Arizona just bypasses that. So what we have to do is every sheriff and every town would have to send their police to get this 287G program. I think Steve Womack, the mayor of I think Rogers, did that. Sent his police to do that, but the other sheriffs haven't done it yet. And what Arizona does is just completely bypasses it. It says, no, you don't need this bureaucracy. You just go, and if they're crashed and they're drunk, they don't have a proof of insurance and all that other stuff. Usually they just let them go. Now you can put them in jail and then send them to ICE and get them out of here. That's what Arizona allows them to do that. Arkansas doesn't quite. They still have to get the special training in order to do that.
So we could do it if they have the special training.
Yeah, it's called 287G. It's basically a bureaucracy that was invented. And what Jeremy did is said, okay, look, now we can at least, get past that first step. But Arizona's goes a lot further.